What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, previews and vlogs. I hope you guys like my content. I am getting subscribers, so I'm doing something right. All right, so last week you guys saw me turn my wife's regular 2017 Pathfinder that we just bought for her into a black edition or midnight edition. I always call it black edition. I have no idea why. Midnight edition. The midnight edition has all black chrome, or the chrome is all black. There's not anything usually left on chrome, which is what I did to her car. So if you guys want, there will be a link in the description for that video. Check that video out. The only thing I needed to do to the car is put in the LED lights, which I got them this week, and I'm gonna be doing that today. Now, the normal Pathfinder SL does not come standard with LEDs. The Platinum and the Rock Creek does. Same thing with the upper levels in Nissan. A lot of manufacturers like Cadillac are going to that same thing. BMW has had them for a while already, so they're all going to that LED standard on their cars. So I'm gonna be installing these LEDs on her fog lights and on her regular driving lights. I'm gonna leave the high beams alone just because she barely uses the high beams anyways. If she decides to want me to put them on, I will put them on. Now, before in the past, all I used to install in the car were HIDs. And I love them. I used to put them on every car I ever got. The only problem with that was if something burned out, you didn't know if it was the bulb or the ballast. Of course, by looking at the bulb, you could tell, okay, it's a bad bulb. But if it was the ballast, then you have to get another ballast, and it's two different parts. When it comes to LEDs, there's a bulb, and that's about it. And the wiring, which comes all in one piece. And if one goes bad, you just get another one. Now, the ones I normally buy, and I bought this for her 2016 Nissan Rogue that I put LEDs for her fog lights, and they worked for 3 years without one problem. So the ones I bought for the car are actually the Farron LED lights. Now, these lights, again, I put on the Rogue before. They work great. They actually come with a warranty for 1 year. Easy to register for that warranty, and they stand behind the product. I can say that because every time I buy a set of these lights, they email me that if I have any issues, email them right back, and they'll take care of it. Also, they have a little postcard, which I'll show you when I unbox them, and they give you free stuff, even 50% off another set if you like. So let's go ahead and unbox these lights. Again, I'm starting down here because the garage is cold. It's 33 degrees outside. I'm letting it warm up because I got the heater running, and then we're gonna go out and install them. And I'm gonna show you guys the difference between both the halogen lights that it comes with and after I install the LED lights and how it lights up the road. All right, so let's open these up. So of course it comes with zip ties. It has a little Allen wrench here for adjusting the lights if need be. Some double-sided sticky pads in here to stick on, which is a small, something that looks like a ballast. Actually, it's already CAN bus ready. So it looks like a small ballast, pretty much what it comes with. Here is the card I was telling you guys about right here. Of course, do you want a free accessory with shipping? Choose one. You go in here and you get to choose one of these. 50% promo code, which is a $20 value for any LED lights from their actual site as well. So, I mean, they give you some stuff when you get there, and of course you get an extra 1-year warranty. This is pretty much their book, manual for installing the lights. Tell you exactly how to install them, how to put them on the car, whatnot, and the actual lights themselves. And again, this is the actual light, and pretty much this is it. This plugs into the factory connector. The light goes right into the socket where you take the old one from, find somewhere to stick this into, and you're done. You're good to go. That is it. Nothing else to connect, nothing else to plug in. Nothing major like that. So that's what these lights are about. I got 2 sets of these because I'm going to be doing one for the driving lights and one for the actual fog lights. What I'm going to show you guys here is the difference between, just so you guys see, the difference between an LED setup and an HID. Now I have a set of HIDs that I'm going to be returning right here. Again, I was thinking of doing HIDs. I wasn't sure. I was between, because the HIDs are supposed to be a little bit brighter. Another good thing about HIDs is as well that you can actually get them in different colors. You go from yellow to purple if you want, green. I've seen them come out in green and everything else. So let's take a look at what the actual setup for one bulb here would be in an LED. I mean, most of you guys would know about this, but let's just look at this. So this is one set of wires. Actually, this is the actual bulbs. Like the way they send them, they ship them in a little pack here. They're both in here, wrapped around with this little styrofoam. But this is two bulbs, of course, power, negative and positive. You get another set, of course, of wires here. This is going to go into the ballast. Here is a ballast where these plug into, of course, these plug into here. Your ballast. These wires you have to actually, in this one right here, you have to put this together. So you have to put these in here yourself. Never had to do that before. And of course you have all the other stuff. Your zip ties to zip tie all the wires together. There's instruction manuals in the box in there. Of course, I'm not gonna take the other one out. But here is a setup for HIDs compared to a setup for an LED light bulb. Your LED setup, your HID setup. Again, if a bulb goes out or one light stops working on this, you can pretty much see if it's the light by the way it's discolored on the inside. You have like a light, it looks like smoked out inside or something like that, like a film in there. It just changes color inside the little actual bulb. But if not, if that's not the case, or if the actual ballast took the bulb out, now you got to replace, you got to get in a whole new kit, a whole new ballast and bulb. In this case, you could actually just call Fahrenheit and they'll get you a new one or a new kit. So you get two new bulbs. So that's pretty much how that works, and that's why I decided to go the easiest route to install this stuff. It's gonna be the easiest. If this burns out, I know it's just the bulb itself. I'm gonna replace the entire bulb. I'm gonna have to figure out if it's the ballast, the wiring, the bulb, or whatever on this side. Anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and get out to the car right now. It should be warm enough in the garage to install these. All right, so let's go ahead and take the LEDs and go upstairs. Seems like they locked me downstairs. All right, so in the garage, it's actually nice and toasty in here now. See what the temperature is. It's about 55 degrees. Cool. Love that I installed that heat. That was the best thing I've ever done. Install that heater in the garage, powered out there by the outlet. Just turn that on, give it about 10-15 minutes, and it goes from 30 to about 45 to 50 degrees in here, and even hotter than that if I leave it on longer. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this thing, these LEDs installed onto her Pathfinder. All right, so these lights out here are actually right in here. So very easy to get to, actually, not that hard to get to. It's a little flap here. If you want to try to remove it, there is a clip right there. Sorry for the crappy lighting. It's 7 o'clock and it's dark outside, and my garage lights have not been upgraded. So, but again, that's the light. It's right behind this flap. Same thing with the passenger side. You move the flap and it's right behind there. And again, they just twist right out, unplug, plug, twist it back in, and plug it back in. That's all it is to it. All right, so we got one installed. Driver's side is in, and you can already tell the big difference. Of course, same light. That's the fog light. That's the new LED. The other side still looks the same pretty much. There is that yellowish type of light. Doesn't show that much on the camera, but you guys get the picture of how much brighter it's going to be and how much better it's going to look. You can actually tell on the wall slightly from the driver's side to the passenger side how much brighter it already looks. So let's finish installing the other bulbs and we'll take a look and see what happens here. So let's go ahead and finish installing the other bulbs and we'll get back and show you the end results. All right, so one quick thing. Both driving lights are installed. I was about to start removing wheel guards or panels from the wheel wells and everything else like that, and notice that the actual fog lights are actually right down there, that's the actual fog light. It is not hard to get to. It's got that greenish strip on there. That's the fog light, and I can actually fit my hand on both driver and passenger side. So on the Pathfinder, it's quite easy to just replace the fog lights and the headlights, including your high beams. These are your high beams right here. These are your other this has got the little LED lights, or the little tiny slide marker lights, or whatever you want to call them. They're right in there. All this is a very simple setup, very easy, easier than any car I ever thought. I mean, you got a lot of space to work with to get down there and just replace that light. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those done real quick, and then again I'll be back for the end results. But I didn't know this was that easy. All right, so the passenger side is not as easy. There's not as much room here with these wires and pretty much this bar right here and everything else letting you get through there. I actually tried to do it. I took out the bulb, but ended up dropping the actual LED light inside of the panel in there. So now I gotta go ahead and take off part of the panel on the wheel well on the passenger side here. All right, so all the lights are in. Got LED lights on driving and fog lights on both passenger and driver side. That looks a lot brighter than it did before. I'm gonna go ahead and go out on the road, and then we're gonna do a comparison and see what they look like before and after. So let's go ahead and go out. We'll get this put back together. Another thing was also, you did have to remove a few more screws from underneath the panel here, about 3 screws to push everything, that plastic piece back to be able to get to the fog light. But let me actually secure everything properly with zip ties, make sure that everything's properly secured in there, and we'll go out and drive this. All right, so now I got just secured, of course, this little ballast, whatever you want to call these, right there, zip tied it right there. Just it's the same wire, just zip tied a little bit, but to the side of the actual headlight assembly, both sides, same thing. So for the fog lights, I kind of just left it dangling there. There's not really anywhere I can mount that piece, and the wiring is from factory. It's kind of dangling in there. It's on its own. So on both sides, I just kind of left it dangling. So all right, so now let's go ahead and go drive this thing and see exactly how it looks on the road now compared to what it looked like before. So right here, you can tell the difference between both the fog lights, or I should say the halogen lights, and the LED lights now in this car. So let's step outside the car and take a look. Here, of course, you can tell they're a lot brighter on the outside, and I should have done this with the other lights, but this is how much it lights up the outside of the road. I mean, you get a really good amount of light out there. Now, I wish I should have done this with the halogens, but the halogens did not light up this much. I mean, yes, we have a street lamp right over there, but as much as this thing lights up, it's a pretty good amount. I'm gonna say that is a good amount of light that the halogens did, and I could tell from the inside of the car as well, just basically by as much as it lights up. All right, guys, so that's the end of this video. So pretty much my wife's Pathfinder is completed, blacked out, midnight edition style. Got the badging, got the wheels, and now just installed the fog lights and the driving lights, turned them into LEDs, if you guys can tell, if you guys can see actually. So again, not a big fan of HIDs anymore, liking LEDs. And yes, I did forget to mention at the beginning of the video that the windows on the car, or the windshield, is tinted. So that did take a slight effect on how we saw the halogen lights outside of the car. And I wish, like I said, I would have done a shot from outside of the car on how they lit up compared to the LEDs and how they light up. Either way, the LEDs, I can tell because I drive the car, of course, as well as she does, but I can tell it lights up a hell of a lot more on the road. That's a good upgrade. So anybody that's willing to actually upgrade these lights, and you could do it to pretty much any car. These guys come in all sizes, 9006s, 9005s, 9004s, H11s, H9s. So pretty much they come in all varieties. Again, the link is gonna be down in the description. You guys check that seller out, buy it from him, and you're gonna have a completely different driving experience, especially at night. So that's the end of the video. I will see you next time. The next video I'm gonna do is going to be on the CTS. I'm finally gonna start working on that one next. So we'll be talking on that one. So I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys.